Okay. All right, I can't see any of your faces anymore, so hopefully you're all still there. If there's any problems or anything, I have my phone, so just message me if there's any issues. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm starting out with one of my favorite quotes, and that to me really defines what an entrepreneur is. And to me, an entrepreneur is someone who's willing to live a few years of their life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life living it like most people can't. And to me, that's the definition of what this business really is. It's putting in a few years of really hard work in the beginning, but the payoff is just unbelievable. So your current situation right now, I want you to ask yourself, are you able to? So think about your job, or you're a student, or you're a mom, full-time working. Ask yourself these simple questions. Are you able to take a vacation whenever you want? Are you able to create your own hours? Earn a six-figure income on your terms? Start a college fund for your kids? Pay off student debt or mortgages or any other credit card debt? Work from anywhere? Work with your best friends? Feel creative and supported every single day at work? Are you able to change the world? And I know that might sound a little grandiose and that might sound a little cliche, but honestly, I want to think about the fact that I'm leaving the world a better place than I found it. And I take that seriously, and I try to put my heart and soul into what I do every single day. So just ask yourself those simple questions as we go through and I describe what this opportunity is all about. So just for those of you guys that don't know me, my name's Laura Costello, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tried and True Health and Fitness and our amazing team, the TNT Dynasty. I'm a physical therapist. I work full-time as a physical therapist. I got my doctorate. I specialized in geriatrics. So in my day job, I work with old people all day long. I love the beach. I love playing golf. I love fashion. I love my little fuzzy furry pet Shorty. And I'm super passionate about being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, being a girl boss, and being able to create my own life. Now, giving you a little bit of a backstory, I said that I was working full-time as a physical therapist, and I went into the career because I absolutely loved it. I wanted to help people. I was an athlete in high school that got injured, fell in love with physical therapy right from the get-go, always knew that that's what I wanted to do. I knew that physical therapists, like nurses and teachers, you go into it because you're passionate about it. You don't go into it to make a whole lot of money. But I remember I got called in for one of my annual reviews. And when I was first hired by this company, I was told, oh, you'll get 5% raises every single year. And then I was called in 2 years into the company and told, because of cuts to Medicare, that basically I had reached the peak and the salary cap. So at not even 30 years old, I was told that I had peaked. So to go to that much schooling and to already be board certified in geriatrics, and to be told that there's nothing really you can do to earn any extra income. And I felt really trapped. I didn't know what I could do. I felt like I was drowning in a mountain of debt. And my husband and I were thinking about starting a family. He is a bartender and he's a tipped employee. So there's really no guarantee there about how much you're going to make every single day. So it was really a scary time in our lives. So I started to look into other options. At this point in life, a lot of people would think about going back to school. Well, I already did that, and I already had so much debt because of it. I thought about opening up my own PT clinic, but the startup costs are outrageous. Finding a location, staffing it, the insurance, the rent, the time. I've worked in small private practice PT clinics, and you live there. You're there from open until close to make sure that everything goes well. So your first few years / first decade in the business, you're really there all the time. And when you're trying to start a family, I just didn't see that as being a possibility. And also, you can start this wonderful business and then insurance can change reimbursement and it can completely change how much you're making. And to me, that was a really scary risk to take on. I also looked into part-time jobs. I already had one. I was working at the hospital. I waitressed all through college, to make extra money. But I didn't like having fixed schedules on the nights and the weekends, time away from my family. And also when you're per diem, you can get called off. There's no real guaranteed salary. So that poor and unreliable pay was really, again, another risk I didn't know if I was willing to take. Then I looked into other traditional business models, such as franchises. Some of my friends that were new moms, they were excited. They were thinking about starting things like stroller strides or Gymborees. So I looked into some of those, but the costs just to start up, again, are really expensive. Plus, you have to pay monthly fees of, around $200, depending on which one you choose, technology fees, 2% royalties back to the company, on top of rent, employees, insurance, and just like having your own PT clinic, you really have to be there to make sure that it's running smoothly. So the initial investment for most of those franchises I looked at were around $17,000 to $25,000. I did look into other direct sales companies. I looked into jewelry, skincare. I have been approached by some of my friends that were doing some of those things. To me personally, I don't really like having to host parties. Occasionally I'll do them as favors for my friends, but the thought of having to always hit up friends and family members to host these parties at their houses that are usually, again, on the nights and the weekends, I didn't really want to have to spend that time away from home. And also, you're really relying on your warm market. You can't, be traveling to California to be having pop-up sales shops in different places. So you're really reliant on just the friends and family that are in your close circuit. So I felt like you could really tap out quickly on who you could really reach by doing those things. And honestly, I'm not that passionate about skincare and about jewelry. I wanted something that if it was going to be my part-time job, I wanted it to be something that I was super passionate about, since it was going to be taking away my free time. And also the expensive startup kits. Most of jewelries and skincares you have to buy into a kit, which is, you get everything you need in order to start the sales, and most of them are $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. And to me, that was a pretty big startup investment. So I came across BeachBody, and I had had BeachBody in my life for about a decade before I had any idea that there was actually a business around it. And personally, my entire family had been a fan of the products for years. My mom actually introduced us to it. I think she got hip hop abs like 10 years ago. I loved the whole basis behind being a BeachBody coach and the accountability. And I was watching some of my friends start having success with it. It was stuff I was already doing. I was already working out, and I was already trying to eat better. I was starting to post my journey on Facebook because I was proud of the results that I was getting. The only difference is I wasn't getting paid for it. I started off as a challenger, and I saw the results firsthand. So to me, being able to believe in something, that means everything. I can't sell something, talk about something. You're not going to tell someone to go to a restaurant if you had a terrible experience. You're only going to share the things that you're really, really passionate and that you believe in. So I figured before I signed up as a coach, I wanted to go through the process myself. So I signed up as a challenger. And in grad school, I had tried P90X and quit it so many times, tried Insanity, quit it. I had been constantly trying the next infomercial, and I could never stick to it or get any of the results that I wanted. I'd always been a gym rat, going 3 to 5 times every single week, and I could kind of see progress, but never really see the difference in my body. And that wasn't until I joined my first challenge group. And why it was different and why it worked for me was, one, my coach helped me pick a program that met my schedule and also the things that I liked. T25 was only 25 minutes. It wasn't too difficult, but it wasn't too easy. That combined with Shakeology really helped to curb my cravings. It started off my day, in the right step every single morning. And it was the first program that I finished. And to actually have that small victory and finish a program, start to the end in 60 days and lose weight and feel in great shape. And you could see I felt so much better about myself. I was never really overweight. After I had broken my foot, I had put on about 25 pounds and I was just uncomfortable in my skin. This was nowhere near at my heaviest after I had broken my foot. But after completing that program, I just felt so much better about myself. So that's why I chose it personally. Why I chose BeachBody as a company professionally. One is the name recognition. A lot of new businesses, they have to overcome that first hurdle. Nobody's even heard of them. But having a company like BeachBody, it's hard to find someone who hasn't tried one of our programs. I mentioned Insanity, P90X. Try to find someone on the street who hasn't heard of at least one of our programs. We have the best trainers in the world. We have the top 5 infomercials on television. And why that's so great is I mentioned the name recognition, but also all of those customers that order through the television turn into leads, customer leads, free customer leads for coaches like us. To me, it was the complete package. I got to get fit. I got to help people, got to be my own boss. There was a minimal startup cost. The CEO of BeachBody is just so passionate about what he does, and I've had the opportunity to meet him a few times, and he really walks the walk. And to me, having someone at the helm of your company that is just so passionate that you really believe in was super important. And it's a $1 billion company in a $1 billion industry. I watch Shark Tank, and sometimes they ask them, like, how big of an industry is this? How much money do you really think you could make? And fitness and health and fitness is a $100 billion industry. There's always people looking to get into better shape. And our products and development, when P90X came out, that was revolutionary. Everybody thought it was such an unbelievable program. And when I tried T25, to me, that was the best program. It was 25 minutes. I got awesome results. I didn't think they'd be able to top it. And then 21 Day Fix came out with the portion control containers and clean eating and completely blew that out of the water. And I was like, okay, we can't top that. And then Hammer and Chisel just recently released, and that's by far my favorite program. So the fact that something better is always around the corner just keeps me excited and keeps me so motivated every single day. This is just a small sampling of some of the products that we have out there. I'm sure you've heard of some of them at least. I just wanted to kind of give you a visual of how many products we have out there to offer to our customers so that they can really meet the needs that they want. The other aspect of my health and fitness that I mentioned was Shakeology. Now, Shakeology, it's not just a meal replacement shake. And I have to be honest that in other times of my life, I tried diet pills and other, shakes that were promising the world, and take these pills and these shakes at the same time and skip a couple meals and just worry about what you're drinking and what you're putting in a pill form. And all this weight will just fall off. And one, that never worked that way for me. Two, I had no energy and I just felt like complete garbage. So I was a little hesitant to try Shakeology, but my coach was like, it's a requirement for the challenge. Give it a try for the full 30 days. So I did, and it's been 2.5 years, and I haven't skipped a day since. I travel with it. I bring my blender on the plane, and it's just made such a difference because it's not just a protein shake. All of the ingredients that are in there, no soy, no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, everything that you're putting in your body, that you're putting in good stuff. It just gave me so much energy. I can go on and on about how many things it has and how much better it makes you feel. But you can YouTube anything about Shakeology and find out all the benefits. But until you really try it yourself and see how much better it makes you feel, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, BeachBody's mission statement, I talked about our CEO being so passionate, and our mission is to help people achieve their goals and to live healthy and fulfilling lives. And to me, that's the biggest blessing, being healthy, and every single day going to bed and thinking that, you did the most with that day. You have a fulfilling life. You're content. And that's what we're really trying to do, whether we're trying to help people get in better shape physically, emotionally, financially, I love the mission behind the company. On top of that, there's nonstop giving. Everything that we do, if we have a new product launch, they always have a charity tied to it. And he is so passionate about the charities that he picks specifically and why he chooses them. On top of it, there's always winners every single day, every single week, big winners that win $100,000 a year. He's just always giving back. And to me, I've always wanted to give back and learn how to give back in a bigger way. And I've been able to through BeachBody. And to me, that's really important. On top of it, any active duty military or their spouses, all of your business service fees are completely waived. And to me, I think that that's just a no-brainer, but I love that our company does that and supports our troops. So you might be asking yourself, all this sounds great, but do I have what it takes to be a Beachbody coach? You know, you might have your image of what you think a Beachbody coach looks like, sounds like. You might think they sound like me, but they come in all different shapes and sizes. But first, I want to tell you what a Beachbody coach does not have to be. They don't have to be a health and fitness expert, personal trainer, nutritionist, dietitian, someone with sales experience, someone that's in amazing shape, or with a business degree. You know, you might have some of those things, and that's awesome. Those are only going to help you and be assets. But you don't have to have any of those. None of those are requirements. We have the top personal trainers in the world. Each program comes with nutrition guides and meal plans, so you don't have to be the one coming up with the meal plans. There's so much information on sales and marketing that it's all done for you. You know, if you want to find out the information, it's all available to you. You don't have to be in amazing shape. One of my best friends in the business started when she was 7 months pregnant. And she thought, who the heck is going to believe me as a coach, as, you know, with this big old belly? And she's doing phenomenally. It's really just not what you don't have, but it's what you have. And what you have to have is a desire to help people, to be passionate about health and fitness, to be hardworking, teachable, creative, easygoing, enthusiastic, a problem solver, have an entrepreneurial and independent spirit. Enjoy learning and trying new things, and you want to grow yourself as a person and as a leader. And you're just willing to share your journey and experience with others. So there are different types of coaches. There's the discount coach, the hobby coach, and the business builder coach. No matter what coach you choose to be, the fee to become a coach is exactly the same. So the discount coach, I have lots of discount coaches on my team. You just simply love the products. You don't want to sell anything. Nobody even knows that you're a coach. You just drink Shakeology and you want a 25% discount on the products. Or you're a hobby coach. You're a full-time, you have a full-time job. You're a stay-at-home mom. You just want to refer some friends and earn some extra cash on the side. Or you're a business builder. You're all in. You want to live a life by design. You want to build a team and create this business around health and fitness. Now, I probably started off as a hobby coach. I still work my job. So technically, I guess I wouldn't be a business builder, but I am definitely all in. But you can be anywhere in between. If you start off as a discount coach, but people start seeing your results and you want to start referring a couple friends, you turn into a hobby coach. If you decide, you know what, this is awesome, I love the extra money, I really want to turn this into a business, you become a business builder. If you have a kid and you want to cut back a little bit and turn back into a hobby coach, you can create anything you want. You know, the amount of time and effort that you put into it, the amount of people you help, it'll directly reflect, you know, in your paycheck, but you determine what you decide with this business. So I said that all of the costs are the same no matter what coach you choose to be. Enrollment fee is just $39.95. That's a one-time fee. There's no expensive kit. There's no huge franchise cost. There's no royalties that you have to pay back. It's $39.95. And when you purchase a challenge pack, which is just a program and a month of Shakeology, that fee is waived. And then after that, your only ongoing fee is the $15.95. And that business service fee, like I said, it covers your 25% discount. So for people that just want to, you know, try the products or drink Shakeology, they'll pay that fee and get 25% off and still save money every month. But it also covers your website, your customer service, your coach relations, all the training that the company puts out. And there's training at every level, whether you're a beginner coach or you're like me and a more veteran coach, there's training at every single level. And as I mentioned, all the fees are waived for active duty military and their spouses. So how do we make money? Now, the easiest way that we make money is 25% commission on all of our retail sales. So anything that you sell, right off the top, you make 25% commission. On top of that, what really is the most powerful thing about direct marketing, is team cycle bonuses. And team cycle bonuses that is where I make 95% of my income. And that comes from developing a team and having this strong team that continues to make money underneath you. On top of that, BeachBody also offers matching bonuses, fast start bonuses. Hope you guys are dog owners, you can understand. On top of that, you also have the ability to just have your business continue to grow. I run my husband's business, and his business is, much smaller than mine, but I'm able to start developing that on top of my business. So that's just more income that's coming into our household. If you have more questions about the income or how we earn, feel free to go to that YouTube video, or again, you can reach out to break it down a little bit for you. How it works is your goal every single month is to just help 3 new people. So your first month, you help 3 people, you introduce them to a program and a challenge pack, you earn commission from those 3 people, you hit your Success Club goal, which is basically our monthly goal every single month for our sales numbers, and you get a $120 paycheck for the lowest, cheapest challenge pack. Month 2, you help 3 new people. The 3 people from last month stay on Shakeology because they love it. Your paycheck jumps to $210. As you can see, month 3, you just keep helping more people and your paycheck continues to grow. And as those people, become challengers, they get awesome results. So many of our challengers turn into coaches, and then, that was where you start developing a team. So every single month, your goal is to just help 3 to 5 new people and introduce them to different programs. And that ripple effect doesn't just happen with your sales and with your customers. I've really seen how it starts to happen with your life. I started my business 2.5 years ago when I was in such a low spot. We were trying to start a family, and we had no idea where we were going to come up with the money. I had no idea that it was going to turn into such the journey that it did. If you've ever had to experience fertility issues or IVF, it's so outrageously expensive. And honestly, I don't know how we would have been able to afford it if I just worked as a physical therapist. But now we didn't have to take out any debt. We can pay all of the money that we need through the money that I make with BeachBody. On top of that, I love that I'm not just working a job. I've loved that I've turned this into my passion into a profession. And it's changed me in so many aspects of my life, and it's just grown me so much as a person, as a leader, as a wife. And I just love how it continues to ripple. My family, families tend to get healthier together. My husband and I work out in the mornings together. I love that it continues to ripple. Wives start to work out, their husbands start to work out, and vice versa. Kids watch and see what they're doing, and it just continues to ripple. And I just absolutely love that. BeachBody has the most amazing events, and I love that they treat you and make you feel like such a valued employee. In July, we go to Summit, and it's basically this huge celebration of the company and this huge party. There's so much training and live workouts with the top trainers. Every single quarter, there's Super Saturday, and they're in states all across the country where you can meet up with local coaches and get to meet friends that are doing the exact same thing as you. We're also rewarded with trips. In January, I was flown out to California for a new leadership conference. Our hotel was paid for. We were fed the entire time. There was state-of-the-art training. They also gave us, different swag and book bags and different awesome things. And it just, with my old company, I used to get excited when they would give me a $5 gift card for my birthday. And then they cut that out because they couldn't afford it anymore. So to go from that to having a company that just values you so much and really shows you is unbelievable to me. On top of how they treat you, they also set you up for success. So this is just a snapshot of my back office, my Coach Online office, and they have everything. They have all of your sales and marketing that you need. They have all of the news and training. So right away, you have access and you can start hitting the ground running just from the corporate side. On top of that, you will also be joining our amazing team. You're not just joining yourself. Right from the beginning, you will have support from Facebook groups. We run monthly Coach Basics. We have one starting on Monday. So anyone that signs up within the next week will have access to that exclusive training that's just available for our team. On top of that, I also created a team training website. So this is a more private, personal page for just our team to go to where you can get started. We have challenge group ideas, different trainings, helpful tools, getting started. Now, I really have, over the last few years, my passion is my coaches and making them feel like they're part of the team, making them feel like they're not alone. I have made the best friends over the last few years. You know, before getting on this call, I was just thinking about how different my life was before BeachBody. And the biggest difference is all the people that I talk to on a daily basis and how they have completely changed my life. And, you know, the friendships that I've made and the team and the support and having challengers reach out to me and say, you know, how good it makes them feel to have lost weight and finally feel confident in their own skin, or moms that were home alone all day and had no one else to talk to, and to finally have different people to interact with or feeling like support, you know, having, you know, coaches send me messages because they're able to pay their mortgage with their BeachBody paycheck and they're paying off credit cards. You know, all of those things are really what keeps me going and keeps me so passionate about what I do. On top of the fact that we're business owners, I never ever thought that I would be an entrepreneur, but now I honestly can't imagine it any other way. So thank you so much for taking the time out tonight to listen to this presentation. I tried to keep it quick because I know everybody is super busy. What's next is that you reach out to me or to the coach that invited you here tonight to the group. As I mentioned, we have a new Coach Basics that starts the first Monday of every single month, but we would love to have you join our team and get started. One of my only regrets with this is that I wish I started sooner. I wish I hadn't followed my coach as long as I did. I wish I had signed up the second that I heard about this opportunity, because it has completely changed my life. So thank you everyone for coming tonight. We only have a few minutes, but if anybody has any questions, you know, feel free to put it in the chat.